sending your RSVPs, or I should say preparing to send your RSVPs, there's some things that I want to go over with you that it's very important that you remember. So many other times I've told you forget about everything else that you've read online. This is very important to make sure that you get an accurate guest count for your wedding and you don't get stressed out when those RSVPs don't come back when you hoped they would. Most information that you're going to see online tells you to have them back within 2 weeks of your wedding and send your invitations about 6 weeks before your wedding. We don't suggest that. I like you to send them even 3 months or earlier before your wedding and ask for those RSVPs to come back to you 6 weeks before the wedding. There's a lot of reasons that I want you to do that. One is most people honestly know if they're coming to your wedding 6 weeks before your wedding. There will be a few people that maybe just aren't sure if they can get the day off or not, but most people honestly know if in 6 weeks they'll be coming to your wedding or not. If it's a family member, of course they know. If it's a close friend, of course they know. Most other people have already planned and they should have heard through the grapevine that you're getting married. So this isn't going to be a surprise to them if they opened up a invitation 3 months before the wedding to find out, oh wow, this is a surprise, they're getting married. Of course that's not going to be the case. So they're going to open the invitation. They've already decided if they think they're coming or not. And if you have that RSVP back 6 weeks before the wedding, or at least you've asked for it, it's very common that a lot of couples don't get the RSVP back. So if you've asked for it 6 weeks before your wedding, when you don't receive it 6 weeks before the wedding, you can spend that entire next week calling that guest list and asking who's coming, who's not coming, and if you have meal choices, and you can spend an entire week doing that. Then you have a final count a month before your wedding. And when you have that final count a month before your wedding, now that can change the amount of tables you have, tablecloths, chargers, napkins, centerpieces, food, dessert, everything else. And when you know that final count 30 days before your wedding, now you can pay all of your balances on everything 30 days before your wedding. You may find out that you have some extra money now that you didn't think you'd have before, and maybe you can get that extra photo booth that you couldn't afford before. Or maybe even those party favors that you could upgrade now. And let's mention party favors. Hopefully, if you were following our advice, you didn't get party favors yet, and you didn't waste all that extra money. So you get a really great, accurate head count of your wedding more than 30 days before your wedding. You have 30 whole days that you can relax because you know how many guests are coming to your wedding. And I guarantee you're going to be a little bit more happy when you find out that you have a little bit more money freed up in the budget. And can you imagine getting those RSVPs back, or should I say not getting those RSVPs back 2 weeks before your wedding, and now you have the pressure of finding out how many people are coming to the wedding, and then you find out several people are not coming to the wedding that you had planned on, and you already paid for all those centerpieces. You already ordered all those tablecloths and the linens and the chargers and the food and the dessert, and it's too late to cancel that. I bet you're going to be pretty grumpy. I would be. So I'm suggesting again that you send out those invitations 3 months before the wedding. Ask for the RSVPs 6 weeks before the wedding, and I guarantee you're going to be a much happier bride. Happy wedding planning.